Hi, I'm Kathy, and welcome back to my channel, What Kathy Thinks. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not sure I've been thinking so well these days. Maybe 2020 is just taking it out of me. I'm not sure my coping skills are so great either. Ah, I don't know. I've decided to seek some help from great quotes, and I thought maybe y'all would like it if I shared some with you. I'm hoping you do. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I've decided to print them out, because I haven't been doing so good at winging it lately, and I certainly couldn't be relied upon to remember quotes. So, here we go. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party, by Patrick Henry. Wait, that's not where I meant to go with this. I did not mean to get political at all. We're going to just scrap that one and move right along. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Abraham Lincoln. Well, hear, hear. We're going to have to recount this year to our children and our grandchildren. It's going to be enough to go, I have no idea what happened. We're not going to want to be making stuff up, are we? I don't think so. We've got other people making crap up about this year. We're just going to be like, I have no idea. I was dazed and confused for so long. Moving on. Go to heaven for the climate, hell for the company, by Mark Twain. We've definitely got an inconsistent theme here, folks. I know I don't want to go to either heaven or hell this year. Neither one. But I do know that many of you may have lost a family member or a friend this year. And I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry. I hope that none of you, if you haven't lost a family or a friend, I hope that you do not. Death has been a theme this entire year. And any loss of life is tragic. I pray that a cure or a vaccine is found for this virus, and that I just can't even speak to that anymore. I'm going to move along. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your troubles, you wouldn't sit for a month. Theodore Roosevelt said that. If you don't mind for a moment, I need to get a little more comfortable. I should do it for a moment. We could have saved the earth, but we were too damn cheap. Kurt Vonnegut said that. I think big business is a terrible thing for the spirit of our country, as the spirit of our country is the best thing about us. Kurt Vonnegut also said that. I miss that man terribly. 2020 is a very important year. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Dr. Seuss said that. I love Dr. Seuss. Red fish, two fish. No. Shoot. Red fish, blue fish. One fish, two fish, blue fish. Oh my gosh, I'm really losing it. I'm really, really losing it. I love Dr. Seuss. I love this quote. It's from the Lorax, and I think he wrote it about one thing, but the thing that I love about it is that it applies to everything. It applies to the individual. It applies to the family. It applies to the community. So one more time. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Next. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Albert Einstein. This is getting deep. Confession. My mind is becoming more mediocre by the minute, and it may not have been much more than mediocre to begin with. Next. His ignorance covered the whole earth like a blanket, and there was hardly a hole in it anywhere. Mark Twain. You know, I used to quote that as though I were not ignorant. But you know, it's really awfully condescending to assume that any of us aren't. Who knows everything about everything? Really, seriously. For a lesson in humility, my own humility, or my own humiliation, see my last video about Tom Petty in the comments below it. I'd like to take it down, but it's like the Amish and their humility squares and quilts. Even if they don't make a mistake in the quilt, they add a square that's wrong, just to be humble. Because we're all ignorant about something. You know, these quotes, they're really not comforting, are they? They're really not adding to my coping methods at all. Except they're letting me know that we're all human, and maybe that is a coping method. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. Man can alter his life by altering his thinking. William James said that. This is great, folks. Though that is a good coping skill. I've heard it said in a lot of other ways, and my favorite is, you can't think your way to a better way of acting, but you can act your way to a better way of thinking. There's a lot of actions, a lot of things that we used to be able to do, like have big parties, go to the beach with a lot of our friends, go to restaurants and bars, and right now we can't do that. But there are still simple actions that we can take that will change our way of thinking. There are. We can go for long walks. We can appreciate nature, the creations of our planet, the planet as a whole. And think about what Kurt Vonnegut said. We could have saved the earth, but we were too damn cheap. Let's move on. Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant? Henry David Thoreau. I think we really need that, guys, to help us cope with 2020. Cope with 2020. What did I say? Let me repeat it, just in case I just flub the whole line and I don't know it. Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant? You guys, that might help the United States of America get through 2020. That might help all of us cope. It really might. One more time. Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant? I think I like it. And I'm going to wrap it up with one more. Keep your face always towards sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman. And you know, I try to wing it through my closing, but I haven't been doing so good at that. So I'm actually going to read it. Well, some of it. There's not really much left. It's a short video. No matter how each of us are getting through this year, we're going to need all of our resources and the help and love of each other to survive and thrive in the future. I wish each and every one of you hope and courage and tolerance. In the meantime, I don't think any of my coping skills are going to change overnight. Meaning I'm not sure these rhinestones are going to come off overnight. I don't even know how to get them off, honestly. I really don't. Yeah, if you have quotes that you know of that have helped you get through this year, or that you think might help other people get through this year, or that would just cheer everyone up, or that made you laugh, I would love it if you'd share them down in the comments below. I'll make another video and I'll share them with everybody. That would be so much fun, I think. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button, which is somewhere down there. If you really disliked it, I'd love it if you'd hit the dislike button. Believe it or not, that helps me with YouTube's algorithm somehow, which I don't understand because I'm really just not like a math person. If you enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button, which I think is down there, but might be down there. I do not know. In the meantime, have a beautiful day. You're all beautiful people, and I appreciate you watching so very, very much. And now we have to go through that thing where I figure out how to hit the red button and also smile at the camera and keep my face still at the same time so that the video doesn't end with like a blur of me going, ah. So, you guys have a great day.